Can modern management practices revolutionize your organization? Welcome, seekers of innovation and change, as we delve into the enlightening book, Under New Management, by David Burkus. This revolutionary work challenges traditional management practices, shaking the very foundations of the corporate world. The book explores 13 groundbreaking strategies that dare to redefine the way we think about management. These strategies are not just theories, but practical, actionable steps that have been adopted by leading organizations, proving their effectiveness in the real world. From outlawing emails and putting customers second, to ditching performance appraisals and celebrating departures, each chapter of this book heralds a shift in management paradigms. These concepts are not for the faint-hearted, but for those bold enough to embrace change. The rewards are immense. So, are you ready to break free from outdated practices and step into the future? Let's begin our journey into the new age of management. Imagine a world where your inbox isn't overflowing. Impossible? The bane of modern existence, the unending flood of emails. David Burkus, in his insightful book, Under New Management, challenges this very notion. He argues that email, while seemingly efficient, is often a productivity killer, causing unnecessary stress and distraction. Instead, he advocates for alternative methods of communication. Think about it. How many times have you found yourself lost in a thread of replies or wasting precious minutes crafting the perfect response? Burkus suggests that face-to-face communication, or even a quick phone call, can often be more effective and time-saving. He also highlights the potential of internal social networks or chat-based platforms that promote real-time interaction and collaboration. These tools can foster a sense of community while eliminating the formality and clutter of email. So, do we really need to be slaves to our inboxes, or can we explore other avenues of communication that enhance productivity and reduce stress? It's time to rethink our relationship with email. Putting customers second, a counterintuitive strategy for success. It might sound strange, but let's think about it. The traditional business model has always been the customer is king. But what if we flip that script? Imagine a company where the employees are given top priority. Rather than focusing solely on customer satisfaction, we concentrate on employee satisfaction. This is not to say that customers are unimportant, but rather, we believe that by ensuring our employees are happy, motivated, and engaged, they will naturally provide better service to our customers. Consider this. A contented employee is more likely to go the extra mile, to innovate, and to invest their energy in their work. And who benefits from this? The customer, of course. When an employee feels valued and satisfied, they are more likely to pass that positivity on to the customer, creating a more enjoyable and successful interaction for both parties. In the end, happy employees create happy customers. Vacation policies. Do they limit or liberate your employees? Let's dive into this provocative question. The standard vacation policy, a relic of the industrial age, is often seen as a rigid structure that fails to address the diverse needs of a modern workforce. But what if we could replace it with something more flexible, more human? Imagine a policy where employees choose when to take time off based on their personal needs and work rhythm. This isn't a fantasy. Many forward-thinking companies are already embracing such policies, finding that they boost morale, productivity, and employee satisfaction. They've discovered that when employees feel trusted and respected, they're more committed and engaged. So, it's not about losing vacation time, but about gaining flexibility and trust. A flexible vacation policy is a win-win situation, a happier workforce and a more productive company. It's time to free ourselves from the shackles of traditional vacation policies. What if you paid your employees to quit? Sounds counterintuitive, doesn't it? But consider this. By offering a financial incentive to leave, you're essentially giving your employees a choice. Stay committed to your mission and vision, or take the money and run. This strategy, as odd as it may seem, can help to sift out those who are merely clocking in and out from those who are genuinely engaged and passionate about their work. It's like a sieve, filtering out the less committed and leaving behind a team of dedicated, motivated individuals. Yes, there's a financial cost to this approach, but the potential benefits, a highly engaged team, greater productivity, and a stronger company culture, might well outweigh those costs. In essence, it's about quality over quantity, about commitment over compliance, and sometimes, paradoxically, letting go can be the best way to hold on to the right people. Transparent salaries, a recipe for disaster or a tool for fairness? That's the question many companies grapple with today. Salary transparency is more than just revealing numbers. It's about cultivating an environment of trust, openness, and fairness. When employees know what their peers earn, they're less likely to feel undervalued or overworked. Transparency also paves the way for a more equitable workplace. It can help close wage gaps that often exist due to gender, race, or other factors. By making salaries transparent, companies send a clear message. They value their employees' contributions equally. But it's not just about fairness. Transparency can also boost morale and productivity. When employees trust their employers, they're more likely to feel engaged, motivated, and committed to their work. So, is salary transparency a recipe for disaster? Quite the contrary. It's a tool for fairness, a catalyst for trust, and a stepping stone towards a more engaged and productive workforce. Transparency fosters trust, and trust is the foundation of a successful team. Non-competes. Do they protect or hinder your organization? It's a question that's been stirring up the corporate world. Non-compete clauses, those legal agreements that restrict employees from starting up or joining a competing firm after leaving their current job, may seem like a safeguard for your company's secrets. But let's flip the coin and see the other side. These agreements can also stifle innovation. When employees are barred from taking their skills and experiences elsewhere, it limits the spread of ideas, the cross-pollination of strategies, and the overall growth of the industry. It's like planting a seed in a pot and never allowing it to grow into the wild. How can it truly flourish? Moreover, non-competes can breed resentment and discourage top talent from joining your ranks. Who wants to feel chained? Banning non-competes instead fosters a culture of trust and freedom, promoting creativity and progress. Innovation thrives in freedom, not in restriction. Performance appraisals, a necessary evil or an outdated practice? Traditional performance appraisals often lead to anxiety and uncertainty rather than motivation and improvement. They're a yearly dread, a ritual that brings more fear than fulfillment. But why? Because they're often subjective, focusing on the past and rarely instigate positive change. Imagine this, instead of having one big review each year, we have regular real-time feedback that focuses on the present and future. This approach makes it easier to address issues as they arise, rather than waiting for an annual review. Employees can adjust and improve continuously, leading to a more productive and satisfied workforce. Moreover, let's consider ditching the numerical ratings. They oversimplify the complex nature of human performance. Instead, let's have a more qualitative approach. Let's have conversations. Let's foster a culture of continuous learning and growth. It's time to redefine how we measure success. Hiring, a lone decision or a team effort? Let's delve into this. Traditional hiring methods often place the burden of decision-making on one or two individuals. But what if we change the narrative? What if hiring became a collective effort? Imagine a scenario where the entire team is involved in the hiring process. Not only does this foster a sense of ownership among team members, but it also ensures that the new hire is a cultural fit for the team. Each member can provide a unique perspective, thus offering a comprehensive understanding of the candidate's capabilities. Moreover, when a team hires together, they share the responsibility of the new hire's success. They become invested in mentoring, supporting, and helping the new member to thrive. This sense of shared responsibility can lead to increased team cohesion and productivity. So let's rethink hiring. Let's make it a team sport rather than a solo endeavor. After all, a team that hires together thrives together. Organizational charts set in stone or written in pencil. Let's dwell on that for a moment. In the dynamic business world we operate in, adaptability is not just a buzzword, it's a survival strategy. Yet most organizations are still clinging to rigid hierarchical structures as if they're carved in granite. But what if we told you there's another way? Imagine an organizational chart written in pencil, where roles and responsibilities can be erased and redrawn as the business needs evolve. This flexibility allows companies to respond swiftly to market shifts, capitalize on emerging opportunities, and foster a culture of innovation. Employees are no longer boxed into rigid roles but are free to explore and grow, keeping them engaged and motivated. This isn't a fanciful concept. Progressive companies around the globe are already embracing this approach and reaping the benefits. So it's time to ask yourself, is your org chart set in stone, or is it time to sharpen your pencil? Flexibility is the key to resilience. Open offices, a boon or a bane? Now, that's a question that has sparked much debate in the corporate world. Originally designed to foster collaboration and break down barriers, open offices have become the norm for many companies. However, research has shown that these layouts might not be as beneficial as once thought. Open offices can often result in increased noise levels, causing distractions and reducing productivity. The lack of privacy can also lead to employees feeling more stressed and less comfortable in their work environment. So what's the solution? Consider providing private spaces for your employees. These spaces can be used for focused work, confidential conversations, or simply for employees to take a break from the hustle and bustle. Evidence suggests that such spaces can boost productivity, employee satisfaction, and even creativity. So remember, while open offices have their place, they're not a one-size-fits-all solution. It's crucial to consider the individual needs of your employees. After all, privacy fosters productivity. Sabbaticals, a luxury or a necessity? This question has been at the forefront of many a corporate debate. But let's delve into the untapped potential of sabbaticals. They're not just an extended vacation. Rather, they're a strategic tool for rejuvenation, innovation, and increased productivity. Imagine a mind unburdened by the daily grind for a while. It's like a field left fallow, gaining strength for the next crop. The employee returns refreshed, recharged, and brimming with new perspectives. They bring back not just a rested self, but also innovative ideas that could be the game changer for your organization. Moreover, sabbaticals can help retain talent. When people know they have the chance to take a meaningful break, they're more likely to stay. So it's not just about recuperation, it's about retention and reinvention too. Rest is not idleness, and to lie sometimes on the grass under trees on a summer's day, listening to the murmur of the water or watching the clouds float across the sky is by no means a waste of time. Managers, the pillars of an organization or the roadblocks to innovation. Let's explore this thought. In traditional management structures, managers serve as intermediaries between employees and the decision-making process. They oversee, guide, and control, often creating an environment of dependency and stifling the creative potential of their teams. This structure can result in a lack of innovation and a resistance to change. But imagine a world where teams are self-managed. Each member is empowered, has a voice, and is involved in decision-making processes. This isn't a utopia, it's a reality in progressive organizations today. Self-managed teams foster a culture of ownership, creativity, and innovation. They allow for more direct communication, faster decision-making, and a significant reduction in bureaucratic red tape. They cultivate an environment where everyone is a leader and everyone is responsible. This is the new age of management, a world where the managers are fired and the power is given back to the people. Empowerment breeds innovation. Departures, a loss or an opportunity for growth. Let's delve into this interesting perspective. In the traditional sense, a departure often signifies a loss. But what if we flipped the script? What if we started viewing departures not as a loss, but as an opportunity for growth and evolution? When a team member decides to move on, it's a chance for the organization to reassess. It's an opportunity to bring in new talent, fresh ideas, and perhaps even a different approach to the role. Celebrating departures also fosters a culture of respect and understanding. It sends a clear message. We value your contribution and we wish you well on your next adventure. This perspective shift can have profound effects on the morale and productivity within an organization. It encourages a culture of personal growth where change is not feared but embraced. So let's celebrate departures, for they open the door to new beginnings. Because remember, every ending is a new beginning. So, what does it mean to be under new management? Let's recap. It means rethinking traditional practices, outlawing email to encourage direct communication, putting customers second, focusing first on employee satisfaction, abandoning standard vacation policies for flexibility, offering exit incentives, ensuring only the truly committed stay, making salaries transparent to foster trust, banning non-competes to encourage innovation, ditching performance appraisals, focusing instead on continuous feedback, hiring as a team for better cohesion, writing the org chart in pencil, understanding that roles evolve, closing open offices to respect privacy and focus, encouraging sabbaticals for rejuvenation, firing managers not as a punitive measure but to flatten hierarchies, and celebrating departures, acknowledging the value of every journey. Each chapter of Under New Management presents a radical shift, a leap towards modern management practices. It's about valuing people, encouraging growth, and fostering a culture of trust and innovation. Remember, the future of management is here. Are you ready to embrace it?